I opened up and told her I hadn't had sex in over a year, thinking maybe she'd care. But all she said was, "So what?" Like my pain meant absolutely nothing. It didn't happen overnight. That's what made it so painful. You don't wake up one day to find your wife has declared an intimacy strike. It creeps in. First, not tonight, I'm tired, then, maybe tomorrow, then, stop pressuring me. One day, you're lying beside someone who used to kiss your shoulder before sleep, now refusing to let her arm brush yours. We'd been married 6 years. I understood life gets busy. She started a new job at a city firm, the commute draining her. I gave her space, cooked more, ran errands so she could rest, and stopped suggesting date nights to avoid overwhelming her. But months passed, then a year. No intimacy for 13 months. Each attempt I made chipped away at my dignity. I wasn't demanding sex like a caveman. I spoke gently, asked how she felt, listened. I said I missed our closeness, not just physically. I missed us. Her reasons were endless. Tired, stressed, hormones, headaches, deadlines. "You're being dramatic. Sex isn't everything," she'd say. I suggested a weekend getaway, a cozy cabin by a lake. She glanced at the screen and said, "Not my vibe. Maybe another time," without follow-up. The real issue wasn't just physical distance. It was emotional, verbal, spiritual. I'd come home from long shifts at the construction site, exhausted, and she wouldn't look up from her phone. I'd ask about her day. She'd give a one-sentence reply while texting. "Are you married to me or your screen?" A joke. "At least my screen doesn't whine," she'd smirk. I laughed, but I felt erased. Yet, she expected me to keep up my duties. Mortgage, utilities, car payments, fixing faucets, shoveling snow, driving 6 hours when her mom was sick, waiting 10 hours in the hospital. I was her husband in every way she needed, but when I craved a simple touch to feel loved, she had nothing. I asked, "Are you not attracted to me anymore?" She blinked. "Why would you say that?" "I'm just not in the mood lately." "Lately? It's been over a year." She shrugged. "Are you counting days? That's gross. What do you say when your wife calls your need for intimacy pathetic?" I stayed late at work, avoiding the silence at home. I rejoined the gym, lifting weights for myself, to feel alive. She didn't notice my new haircut, shaved beard, or stronger frame. I could have walked in with a broken arm, and she'd have asked for oat milk. The realization hit one Thursday night. I came home late. She was in bed, lights off. I sat on the mattress edge and whispered, "Can I hold you tonight?" Without moving, she said, "Oh, not in the mood." I swallowed hard. "I'm not asking for sex. I just want to feel you." She rolled over. "It's 11:30. I have work tomorrow." That's when I knew this wasn't stress or timing. It was control. She withheld intimacy, even simple touch, because she could, a quiet power I hadn't earned. Yet I was expected to provide, protect, serve. At work, my crew respected me, valued my input, called me to fix problems. At home, I couldn't fix the silence. She still wanted birthday gifts, brunches, holiday trips, posting perfect couple selfies on Instagram. I was just the guy holding the camera. After that night, I stopped reaching for her, stopped asking, stopped checking in. I paid bills, did chores, but emotionally I was done. She didn't notice I dimmed. That gave me space to breathe. I didn't want to win her back or fight. I needed clarity to prepare for change. She thought her distance made her powerful, but the man she was punishing had already left her heart. I stopped giving her the parts of me she didn't value, not out of spite, but because I had nothing left. She acted like nothing changed, like I'd still beg for affection. That's the thing about being a good husband. It trains you to endure. But endurance became silence, and in that silence, I saw the truth. I stopped asking why she treated me this way and asked why I accepted it. It wasn't a phase, it was her choice, one I'd allowed. I hit the gym harder, woke up earlier, ate cleaner. My body changed, shoulders broader, face leaner, but the real shift was mental. Strength reminded me of self-respect, making me question why I'd let it slip. She noticed my physique one night after my shower. "You've been working out, huh? Looks good." Then she walked away, no warmth, just a comment like I was a stranger. I started noticing more. She dressed up for friends but not me, laughed on calls with coworkers but gave me 10-minute talks. I reviewed our bank accounts. I covered nearly everything: rent, utilities, insurance, while her income went to nails, clothes, online orders. I felt like a burden. So, I opened a private checking account, redirecting part of my deposit for a cushion. I met a lawyer to understand my rights, what a separation would entail. She laid out facts, no pressure, giving me peace I hadn't felt in months. I stayed polite at home, not distant, but no longer chasing. She noticed. "You've been quiet lately. Something wrong?" she asked one evening. "Just thinking," I said. "Work stuff. Life stuff." She nodded, returned to her phone. She knew something shifted but didn't care enough to ask. She thought I'd endure forever. Then I saw a notification on her phone, left on the counter. "Still doing the no intimacy thing with him?" "I'll savage," from her coworker Melanie. I wasn't angry, just disappointed. It confirmed her withdrawal was deliberate, a power play to see how much she could take without giving. Cold anger set in, not loud but sharp, driving me to reclaim my life. I bought clothes, tools, treated myself to lunch post-gym. I stopped covering her random expenses. When she asked for her cream or tea, I'd say, "Didn't have time." She got irritated. "You've been acting different." "Just taking care of myself," I replied. One night, tipsy, she leaned against the counter, smirking. "Playing hard to get, huh? No more sweet husband act? No back rubs, no fancy dinners?" I stayed silent. "I see you trying to flip the game." I looked at her calmly. "I'm not playing. I stopped convincing someone to care about me." Her nervous laugh followed. "Vigil. Just kidding." I left the room and slept deeply, free from trying to prove myself. The more I pulled back, the more she noticed I wasn't her doormat. My silence wasn't weakness, it was strength. She sensed the shift, testing me with small gestures, wearing lipstick, suggesting a movie night. I nodded at her lipstick, said, "Hey," and declined the movie, citing plans. Her face showed confusion, then doubt. She wasn't used to my independence. For years, she'd set the relationship's temperature, but I'd stopped letting her control it. The breaking point came on a Friday. I came home, showered, made dinner. She watched me from the couch, wine in hand, phone glowing. She followed me to the living room. "So, you're just ignoring me now?" "I'm not," I said. "You barely talk." "I talk when there's something to say." She scoffed. "Wow, that's where we are?" I sipped my drink. She sat, sighing. "You're punishing me." I laughed softly. "I'm not. I'm done playing a role in a marriage where I'm not a husband." She rolled her eyes. "Here we go." "No," I cut in. "You don't deflect this time. For over a year, you withheld affection, physical, emotional. You made me feel like a burden, just a guy paying bills. I tried. God, I tried." She looked away. "I begged for attention, and you told your friends you were proud of withholding intimacy, called it savage." Her head snapped back. "You read my messages?" "No, I saw the notification." "That was enough." Silence hit. She looked small. "I thought you didn't care," she whispered. "No, you hoped I wouldn't stop caring," I said, "so I'd stay, keep begging. But that man's gone." She leaned forward, vulnerable. "So what now? You're leaving?" "Already have, emotionally. Physically, I'm out next week. I've got a place, talked to a lawyer." Her eyes widened. "You can't decide that alone." "I didn't. You did, every time you ignored me, refused to connect." She shook her head. "You didn't try to fix it." "I tried for 2 years. You gave me silence." She sank back, whispering, "I didn't think you'd leave." She thought I'd stay out of duty, love, habit. But even the most loyal man has a breaking point. He doesn't scream, he just walks away. She tried that weekend, touching my arm, cooking breakfast like old times. Too late. I'd found peace without her. When I left, I took my boxes, clothes, and self-respect. No anger, no drama, just a quiet exit. A friend later said she's in therapy, realizing what she took for granted. Maybe so, but it's not my problem. I stopped fighting for her love and fought for myself. I won, not through revenge, but by refusing to beg to be seen. Now, I live quietly, make my own coffee, sleep in a bed free of rejection. The silence that once suffocated me is now freedom. And she's finally feeling what it's like to be ignored.